Hello, my name is Bita and I'm very happy to be here with you today.
Hi Bita, I'm very happy you're here. And this project wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you, so thank you so much. And I would like to ask you a few questions so I can learn a little bit about yourself.
Of course.
Okay, so where do you come from?
Well, I'm from Tehran, which is the capital of Iran. And that's where I was born and I was raised, and I have spent the first 38 years of my life in the old land of Persia.
It's great, so I should say salam, halit chamechator.
And I should return the greeting by saying salam, khuba, shama chatori.
So did you come with someone else?
Yes, we came as a family. I have to say that I was I was the front runner. It was me and Tiara, my daughter, who came here first, and my husband who joined us about 3 months later. He still wasn't sure that we were going to stay, but after a few visits and the last one, which was the more extended one, we had decided that this is a country that we would like to call home.
What were you looking for when you came here?
Well, true to the meaning of settlement, we were looking for a place that we could settle, kind of spread our wings and enjoy a little bit of serenity. You see, me and my husband, our lives before we came to Canada was a roller coaster. And to be honest, we used to swim against the river flow, which to us was a perfectly normal thing to do. But in the context we were working, it turned out to be swimming against the flow. So we had a rather, I wouldn't say rough, but a bit of a roller coaster ride of a life before we came here. So at the age of 38, 44 for my husband, it felt like we have already lived a full life. So we're looking for some serenity. And to be honest, this was the first thing that attracted us when we arrived here.
That's great, that's great. Well, I'm sure you found what you're looking for.
That and a lot more, I'll have to say, yes.
Yeah. I see you speak very well English, like perfect. And did you learn in your home country before coming?
I did. I wouldn't still call it perfect. I still have a lot to learn, and I am learning on a daily basis. In fact, my little daughter is coming back from school surprising me with new things that she learns, and she constantly tells me, do you know what it means? And I have this moment of, yes, but would you like to tell me? So we're playing it smart. But yeah, I learned English together with Farsi. I picked it up as a kid, and I think it was my love for language, for English language, precisely, that pushed me to become an English language teacher at a very young age. In fact, I was on my last year of high school when I was offered a job at one of the very well-known language schools back in the day in Tehran, and that's where I started working. And yeah, it became a profession for life. I never gave it up.
Did you face any challenges when you came to adapt yourself to the new country, the new culture, or still facing challenges? Is there something that you have in mind?
It's no one said immigration will be easy. It is like people face different challenges because there is certainly a gap between where they were in their home country and where they are in the new land that they are settling in. I would say for anyone and everyone, everyone is fighting its own battle in a way. To us, we were very lucky, I think. We were blessed with the fact that language was not a barrier. So we could blend perhaps a little quicker than people around us who immigrated with us at the same time. And we learned our way around the society. We found communities that we could, kind of establish relationships with. To us, the biggest challenge was not the language, was not finding the right job, was not finances. But considering that both my husband and I, in our home country, we had worked really hard to build a status for ourselves. Here we had to start from zero. and we had a hard time finding our network, our professional network here. We certainly blended with some very wonderful people who are now, who we started with as friends and now we call family. But for us to to pull ourselves up to the status that we had professionally speaking, that was certainly a challenge. And you know, that is something like starting from zero, it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of stamina. So that was the biggest challenge that we faced.
I'm glad you are very brave to go through this.
I will call myself brave, but not to the conventional meaning of brave. I consider myself a person with a lot of fears, but what I would say I'm brave with is that I know what my fears are. I have realized them, I have acknowledged them, and I have learned to ask for help. And I think that's what, to me, the meaning of brave is. Brave is, like, by the conventional definition, is not someone without fear. Is someone with fears that he or she has come to realize and has reached that level that is brave enough to actually ask for help. So yeah, to that notion, yes, I can call myself brave.
Okay, so in your own experience, do you think there is anything that we can do as a community to help newcomers when they come to adapt, and like with culture, language, weather-wise, everything, like to settle down here?
Well, there is so much and there is so little. I'll have to say that we were very welcome. We felt welcome when we arrived here. We felt welcome because the general community, it was very cosmopolitan. We never felt that we're out of home. We were not singled out. I used to travel a lot for my job, and quite often, although I didn't live anywhere longer than 4 or 5 months, but here we didn't feel like we're the person of color, the person of dialect, the person of certain breed or background. And I think that's the beauty of living in Canada. However, sometimes constructively and positively looking at the differences and seeing the differences is what would solve the problem for many. In fact, what I have realized, or what I've been thinking about, reflecting on rather critically, is that to what extent these, looking at everyone as new immigrants coming into society would help, and how much looking at them as individuals and acknowledging their differences would help facilitate the way they're blending with the community that they're landing in. I can see language programs being offered. I can see cultural awareness programs being offered. I can see a lot of services being offered at the moment. But these are services that I'll call it they're bulk services, for lack of a better word. I know bulk is not the best word, but these are general services that you offer to everyone. But to someone with no digital literacy, the course on how to do certain things wouldn't really help. That is a course which is designed with someone with some familiarity. So what it will leave the person feeling is the feeling of, I should know this, but I don't know. A feeling of, underachievement, lack of achievement, frustration that would then later roll onto more difficult problems, more complicated situations and bigger problems. So I think perhaps if there is something that we can do while keeping that notion that we're all equal, there is no better or worse, is a little bit more detailed look at how people are different and how those differences can actually help their adaptation in the new community. That's what I felt has been missing.
Yeah, you name it.
I'm very happy that I'm not the only one feeling that way.
Okay, so we are heading to the end of the interview, and I'd like to know if you have any curiosity about yourself that you want to share. Maybe before coming here or after coming here, anything that you think it's interesting to share for your community?
I started this, it's not really a matter of curiosity, but it's some little thing that I have started to do. I have started a mini project which is called English for All. this is not the most sophisticated or smart name that I could come up with, but it was the first thing that I thought of. And it is a little project that I am doing on my own. And I am planning lessons on functional English and I'm offering it to different people of different groups who can come and attend. I'm a very, very, very busy person. And part of this very, very busy is lack of my organizational skills. So while a lot of people might think that Bita is one of those people who's got everything like ticking to the clock, including these classes which run like TikTok on time, you will have to come to our house and see how Chiara and I run around each other, trying to sort things out, throw things here and there, until that moment comes and you appear on that video. So to all those people who perhaps saw me on my classes thinking that, oh yeah, you're always so calm, I just one day want to turn this camera around the room and let them see that no, it's not really that. In fact, the house is upside down, but at the end of the day, for someone like me with the love for teaching, the moment that you're there, you put everything away. Previously, it used to be the door of the classroom that I used to put everything behind. Now, it is just behind the camera. So yeah, if I could invite you once to our house, it would be a very funny picture to look at. So yeah.
Okay, so to finish, I'd like to ask you if you could say the name of the project in your mother tongue. Nice to meet you. And yeah.
Well, there are a lot of things that we say in Farsi when you want to tell someone, when you want to greet someone, but I think the most common one would be "Az didan shoma khoshhalam," and that is "I'm very happy to see you." And in fact, I have to say I'm very happy to see you. You have a beautiful smile, and I'm very happy to see you.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you too. Or in my own language, prazer em conhecer.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay.